Mittens was a fluffy ginger and white kitten, no bigger than a teacup, who had strayed too far from the warmth and safety of his backyard. Driven by a curious nature, he'd squeezed through a loose fence panel and ventured into the sprawling, unfamiliar woods. The vibrant green canopy of the trees and the earthy scents that filled the air initially thrilled him. But as the afternoon wore on and the sun began to dip below the treetops, a chilling reality dawned on him. He was lost. Fear began to creep into his little heart, and his tiny meows grew desperate, echoing through the silent woods. As darkness descended, he huddled against the rough bark of a giant oak, shivering from both the cold and loneliness. He was just a kitten, and the vastness of the forest felt overwhelming. Suddenly, a pair of piercing green eyes emerged from the darkness. A large, sleek black cat, scarred and watchful, approached cautiously. Mittens flattened himself against the tree trunk, bracing for the worst. But instead of aggression, the black cat, whom Mittens later knew as Shadow, let out a soft, guttural sound, a comforting rumble that seemed to soothe the trembling kitten's fears. Soon, other cats appeared from the shadows, a calico with a torn ear, a tabby with an unusually bushy tail, and a grizzled old tomcat with one blind eye. This was a feral cat colony, a group of survivors who had made the woods their home. Shadow nudged Mittens towards a hollow log, where a small opening led to a den lined with dry leaves. The calico, Luna, joined him, curling her warm body around his, offering a comfort Mittens hadn't realized he craved. The older cats, normally solitary hunters, seemed to understand his plight. For weeks, the feral colony became Mittens' unexpected family. Luna nursed him, sharing her milk with him as if he were her own. The old tomcat, Scarface, as the colony called him, taught Mittens the ways of the forest, how to track prey, how to climb trees, and how to stay hidden from danger. Mittens was a fast learner. He grew stronger, his fur thicker, and his instincts sharpened. He learned to navigate the winding paths of the forest, the best hunting grounds, and the safe havens in times of peril. He even learned the intricate social dynamics of the colony, the subtle cues and unspoken rules that govern their interactions. One day, while exploring a new part of the woods, Mittens stumbled upon the familiar scent of his old backyard. His heart pounded with a mix of excitement and apprehension. He knew he could return to his old life, but he also knew his heart now belonged to the forest and the family of cats who had saved him. With a final glance at the comforting embrace of the trees, he turned and rejoined his feral family, a lost kitten no more.